Good morning and welcome, USA Wager Sports Brief. I'm your host, Rodney Knuppel. It is Monday. Happy Monday, September 20th, 2021, and the final day of Week 2 of the National Football League. We'll get to that here in a minute. Let's run down yesterday's scores. The Bears picked up a 2017 win over the Bengals. There's now a pair of teams 1-1. Joe Burrow, 19 of 30, two passing touchdowns. Justin Fields wasn't great coming in for the injured Andy Dalton, but the Bears held on and won a 2017 game. Again, both teams 1-1. Texans and Browns. Browns won 31-21. Baker Mayfield, 19 of 21, 213 and a touchdown. Nick Chubb was good. He had 95 rushing yards and a touchdown. Both those teams are now 1-1. So 4 teams so far 1-1. Actually, let's go ahead and add Washington. 5 teams now 1-1. Colts fell to the Rams. They're 0-2. Rams 2-0. Matthew Stafford with 2 passing touchdowns, including 163 yards to Cooper Kupp. Rams 27, Colts 24. Did not cover the 3.5-point spread, though. Bills and Dolphins, both now 1-1 as well. Bills shut out the Dolphins. Impressive. Probably the most impressive win of the weekend so far. Buffalo 35, Miami 0. Josh Allen didn't need to do a whole lot, 179 yards, but 2 touchdowns in the game. Jets and Patriots. Patriots now 1-1 as well. Patriots won 25-6 over the Jets. Zach Wilson not good for the Jets. Threw 4 interceptions in the game. Not good. Not good. Jets not very good. They are 0-2. The 49ers are 2-0, beat the Eagles 17-11. Low-scoring game there. That definitely went under. Jalen Hurts, 190 passing yards, 82 yards on the ground, but could not get any offense going for the Eagles. Did not score a touchdown until the fourth quarter. San Francisco, 2-0 on the season. The Raiders are 2-0 as well. They beat the Steelers. The Steelers now 1-1. That's 10 teams 1-1 in the NFL. Derek Carr, another 37 passes, 382 yards, 2 touchdowns, including 113 to Henry Ruggs. Big game for Ruggs. Najee Harris was held quiet for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh losing at home. Kind of interesting, surprising loss there. Carolina's also 2-0. They beat the Saints 26-7, beat them handily. Christian McCaffrey wasn't needed all that much, 72 yards and a touchdown. Sam Darnold was good. Saints now 1-1 as well. That's the 11th team 1-1. Broncos 2-0, Jaguars 0-2. Broncos won 23-13 over the Jaguars. Teddy Bridgewater looked good. 328 yards. Cortland Sutton was his main target in that one. Cardinals 2-0, Vikings 0-2. Cardinals 34-33, missed field goal late in that one. Dalvin Cook was good, 22 carries, 131 yards. Rondell Moore with 114 receiving yards and a touchdown. Kyler Murray, MVP through 2 weeks, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. Buccaneers 2-0, Falcons 0-2. Tampa scores 48 on the Falcons. Another 5-touchdown game for Tom Brady, 2 of them to Mike Evans. Both the Chargers and the Cowboys now 1-1. Cowboys 20, Chargers 17. Greg Zuerlein, 56-yarder, won that game. Tony Pollard was really good for the Cowboys, maybe taking the over for Zeke Elliott there in Dallas. 13 carries, 109 yards. Keenan Allen was good for reception, 108 yards in the loss. Titans and Seahawks both 1-1. That's 15 teams with a 1-1 record. Big win for the Titans. Huge win. Derrick Henry, monster day, $182 and 3 touchdowns. Tyler Lockett, a big day for Seattle, 8 catches, 178 yards and a touchdown. Big game there, 33-30 Titans win. And the Chiefs and Ravens now both 1-1. 17 teams 1-1, including 1 team tonight. There'll be 18 will be 1-1 between the Packers and the Lions. Ravens 36-35 in a thriller on Monday Night Football. Lamar Jackson, 107 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Hollywood Brown, 113 yards receiving in the game. All right, tonight we mentioned it is the Lions, it is the Packers. Lions 0-1, Packers 0-1. Packers 11.5-point favorites, 48.5 is your total. Aaron Rodgers needs to get back on track. I really, really like the Packers in tonight's game, but been an interesting weekend. Some weird scores, so take it with a grain of salt. But I really like Green Bay in this one tonight. All right, let's move to Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball down to the last 13 days or so of the regular season. 2 weeks from yesterday will be the final regular season games, October 3rd, and we have some races. Let's go over yesterday's scores. Indians 11, Yankees 1. Bad loss for the Yankees. Garrett Cole took the loss in that one. Nationals 3, Rocky 0. Juan Soto with a big home run in that one. Blue Jays, Jose Barrios beat his former team 5-3 over the Twins. Blue Jays making their case for the wild card. They're now 84-65. Red Sox 86-65 beat the Orioles. Orioles continue to lose games. They've lost 102 on the season, including 51 road games. Tigers shut out the Rays 2-0. Willie Peralta was good for Detroit. The Dodgers beat the Reds 8-5. Reds are free falling 77-73. Clayton Kershaw picks up his 10th win of the season. Marlins 6, Pirates 5. Astros 7, Diamondbacks 6. Cubs beat the Brewers. Patrick Wisdom with his 27th homer. Cubs 6, Brewers 4, putting that champagne on ice for the NL Central for the Milwaukee Brewers. Mariners 7, Royals 1. Mariners needed to win 80-69 now. Jared Kelenic homered and doubled twice in the game. Cardinals beat the Padres. Padres free falling 76-73. They may not finish 500 on the season. Fernando Tatis Jr. dropped the fly ball in the first, and it was all downhill from there. They did try to rally. Alex Reyes picked up the win for the Cardinals. Jake Arrieta 5-14, did not get out of the first inning. White Sox 7, Rangers 2. Jose Abreu had a big day. White Sox a day or two away from clinching the AL Central. Braves 3, Max Fried was good. Giants 0. Dodgers now just 1 game back of the Giants in the NL West. Shohei Ohtani struck out 10, but Oakland came from behind and won the game 3-2 in 10 innings over the Angels. And the Mets beat the Phillies last night 3-2, hurting the Phillies' chances, moving them 2 back in the NL East and 3.5 back in the wild card. Let's look at the standings in Major League Baseball. Try to recap you at least once a week on what the latest standings do look like here in the last dozen or so games of the season. AL East, again, is pretty much wrapped up. Tampa Bay will win the AL East, but that's where the wildness comes into play with the wild card. There is some wildness that will be in play in the American League wild card and really in the National League wild card, unless St. Louis continues to surge. We'll see. But all right, so Tampa Bay is up 6.5 on the Red Sox, 7.5 on the Blue Jays, 9 on the Yankees with 12 games to go for Tampa Bay. That one looks to be over. It looks to be over, although Boston's won 5 in a row. The White Sox are up 11 on the Indians, just a game or two away from clinching that division. 13 games left for the White Sox, so there it is. Astros 6 up on Oakland. That one's pretty much over as well. 13 games left for the Astros. You know, their magic number looks like it's going to be 8. All right, Red Sox have a game lead on Toronto for the first wild card. Boston would host Toronto in the wild card game. But Toronto's just a game and a half ahead of the Yankees for the second wild card and just a game back of Boston. So Yankees just 2.5 back of the first wild card, game and a half back of the second wild card. But then looking at Oakland, 82-67, they are 2 back of Toronto. Seattle's 4 back of Toronto. So you got those 5 teams, 2 spots. That's what's going in the American League wild card. That's it. Everybody else is under 500. Baltimore's lost 102 games. Rangers look like they might lose 100 games. That's the American League. So playoff picture, White Sox would start in Houston. They are 3 games back if Houston looked to be in trouble. Wild card winner would start in Tampa Bay. National League, the Braves lead the Phillies by 2 games, the Mets by 5.5. It's hard to imagine the Mets having a chance, but 5.5 back with 12 to go. There is still an outside chance, not looking good for the Mets. The Brewers are already in the playoffs. They're real close to clinching the division. 13 games left. They're 11.5 up. They look to take care of that this week in a 4-game series against the Cardinals. Giants and Dodgers, 1 game difference. Giants and Dodgers are 1 game difference. Giants lead by 1. They still have a series together. 97 wins for the Giants, 96 for the Dodgers. Right now, the wild card 1 belongs to the Dodgers. They're going to keep that unless they win the division. Cardinals hold wild card 2, have a 3-game lead over Cincinnati, have a 3.5-game lead over San Diego and Philadelphia. So the Cardinals surge. Their 8 straight wins have really helped their chances out in the wild card. So right now, the Braves would start in Milwaukee. Cardinals and Dodgers would play a wild card game. The winner of that game would get the San Francisco Giants. But plenty could still happen here in the next 2 weeks Cardinals, who lead the wild card, have the Brewers for 4, the Cubs for 4, the Brewers for 3, and the Cubs for 3. So that's who they've got left. Philly's got a pretty weak schedule. They've got Baltimore, they've got Pittsburgh, they've got Miami, and they got the Braves. Padres look to be out of it. Their schedule is just atrocious. Cincinnati has a fairly weak schedule. So there are several teams still in play there for the NL wild card. All right, let's look at the rest of yesterday. Let's look at the rest of yesterday in sports. MLS and WNBA going on yesterday. Let's get to that. And the golf tournament. Forgot about the golf tournament. Max Homa won the Fortinet Championship, 7 under, 65 final round. WNBA, Sun 84, Dream 64, Aces 84, Mercury 83, Lynx 83, Mystic 77, Wings 87, Sparks 84, and the Sky 98, 87 over the Fever. Fever lost again. Keep betting against them. MLS, Montreal blank Chicago 2-0. Philadelphia 3-1 over Orlando. Portland 2-1 over LAFC. And Colorado and Vancouver went to a 1-1 tie. Real quick, got to get to it real quick. Major League Baseball for today. I know we're going back and forth. Forgot to give you today's game. It is a little bit shorter of a slate today. Let's do it. Royals, Indians 310. Indians minus 145. White Sox, Tigers, Carlos Rodon on the mound. White Sox minus 225. Pirates at Reds. Reds minus 165 with Vladimir Gutierrez going. Nationals, Marlins. Marlins minus 110. Rangers, Yankees. Yankees minus 260. They need a win. Orioles at Phillies. Phillies minus 200 with Suarez going against John Means. Phillies need a win. Blue Jays minus 135 at the Rays. It's Robbie Ray, Cy Young possibility. Minus 135 at the Rays. Royals, Indians game 2 a little bit later. Astros, Angels. Astros minus 235. Mariners, underdogs in Oakland. Sean Menez going for Oakland. Braves minus 200 at the Diamondbacks. And the Cardinals are at the Brewers. It is Jake Woodford and Freddie Peralta. Brewers big favorites, minus 220 in that one. All right, that's the USA Wager Sports Brief. Hopefully that was the best hit. 12 minutes of your sports day. I am Rodney Knuppel. So long for just a while. Thanks for tuning in to the USA Wager Sports Brief. See you tomorrow.